The earthquake rocked this impoverished Caribbean nation late this afternoon. The 7.0 quake was centered roughly 10 miles from the capital city, Port-au-Prince, and there are reports of at least one strong 5.9 aftershock. Early reports are that a hospital may have collapsed and that screaming was heard from the scene. Haiti is the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, a place where infrastructure is incredibly weak.
Hello, hello. My name is M-A-C-K-E-N-S-O-N. That's my sign name for Mackinson. I'm a leader of the deaf in Haiti. I was born hearing, but changed to deaf when I was 10 years old. Then I changed schools and went to a school called St. Vincent. But I didn't really know much about deaf culture and about people who were deaf. A lot of my friends and my teachers were trying to teach me sign language, and I learned, and little by little learned about deaf culture. But I wasn't ever able to finish school. I was almost finished, but then my mother and father died. So then I wanted to keep moving forward with school, but because my mother and father had died, my classes were finished. And so little by little I was working with children, teaching them computers. And then a little before 5 o'clock I went to my cousin's house, and I was walking along the way home, and the ground started shaking in Haiti. And it was an earthquake. The ground was shaking, and people were screaming out for God, for Jesus. And then I saw one building collapse. I thought, now maybe there was a problem with America, maybe there was a war happening, I didn't know. But then I saw all over the place more houses falling down, and then I realized, oh, okay, this is an earthquake. I saw people with broken arms and legs and missing limbs, and the houses collapsing, and there was blood everywhere. And I felt terrible. But then I remembered my family, so I traveled to my home, and I saw that my home had collapsed, but my family was all living still. But for one day, there was no food, no water. 2 days, 3 days, the same thing, no food, no water. Finally, after the 4th day, we found some people from America came to help Haiti, and they came with things like food and water. But I still had a heart, and I was feeling bad for deaf people. We were trying to meet deaf people all over to find support, because deaf people could still not find food and they could not find water. And so there were 3 of us, Jimmy, Widler, and me. We worked together. We sat down and we made a list of all of the deaf people and connected with an organization in the United States called Friends of Deaf Haiti. And they asked how they could be bringing down support. And so we had our list, and little by little we got to know the deaf who were living at all these different places, and we met with them. And some deaf told me about a lot of the problems they were having, saying deaf needs support. Because some hearing people, they're getting all this support. They're being given food, water, because they're hearing. But the deaf couldn't find that same support. So we decided, well, we had to work together. And so we had this list. We said, well, okay, maybe it's a better way to be living together. So the deaf kept telling me it's a better way to live together. And so we moved to the camp we're in now to live together. And things like food, water, go on down the list. Little by little we were able to find support for ourselves. And we met with the Red Cross, who helped us with the homes we're living in now here. And so now I have a lot of hope for the new future with 410 Bridge and Fraser Church, for the new community in Levesque. So I hope that the deaf will have a much better life there.
Just tell them that we're extremely proud of them, and we love them, and we just want to do whatever we can. And back in America, we're so proud of what they've accomplished and what they're doing.
You've been called, forsaken of the Lord, a land filled with darkness. You've borne the shame of yesterday's choices till now. Oh, reason and share the tears of 1,000 generations. You've called and no one answered till now. I see the orphans lead the song of hope. I see the broken comfort the strong. I see mercy wash your weary soul like rain. I hear your joyful sound echo through the earth. Oh, Haiti, beloved of God. I see your nation rise, unshackled, unashamed, alive. Break out and dancing, let your soul come alive. Hope will shine through your tear-stained eyes. Beautiful ashes, His promise will stand alive. You're alive. I see the orphans lead the song of hope. I see the broken comfort the strong. I see mercy wash your weary soul like rain. I hear your joyful sound.
My name is Joyce Turner, and I've been working at God's Littlest Angels for about 8 years now. And here we've got 61 kids here at the toddler house, aging between 2 and our oldest is 11. And then at our baby house we have another 56 kids, and they are from prematures up to about 2 years old. And we're here just working with the kids and looking for families for them to get them adopted. These are all kids that have been abandoned or handed over by maybe different family members, or just came through different places here, and so we're here to get them families, and they will all be adopted out into the United States, Canada, France, the Netherlands, and so that's what we're doing.
Je vois l'orphelin qui dès la chambre d'espoir, je vois le brisé, sur les fonds. Je vois la grâce blasée, ton âme basse comme la pluie. J'entends ton chant joyeux résonner à travers la terre. Oh Haïti, aimé de Dieu. Je vois ta nation se lever, libre et sainte, vivante. Je vois l'orphelin guider le chant d'espoir. Je vois la brisée consoler.
Bonsoir tout le monde. That means good evening, everybody. My name is Kyle Reschke. I'm the 410 Bridge Project Manager for the Haiti Deaf community, and talking to you today from our beautiful new building site and one of the new homes for the deaf community right behind me. Now, I've been engaging and living life with the deaf in Haiti in one of the worst slums in the Western Hemisphere day in and day out for many, many months now, as this project has been progressing, and we've been finishing the first 50 homes for the deaf community that will be a permanent living situation out here. And today was the first time a lot of the deaf population was able to actually come and visit the new permanent homes where they will be residing for the next several generations. And it was so exciting because we knew this was just great, and it was a wonderful thing that was happening here. But we were just to see their reactions today, as everybody coming up wanting to give us hugs and kisses, and to have the Rotary group here today who's been working with the deaf community all week was just very special. And they were privy to a very unique piece of deaf culture and deaf history, not only in Haiti, but all around the world as well. Our houses here, every deaf family will have 40 by 90 feet of land to actually start their own home gardens. They'll have 6 fruit trees each. It's a chance at a sustainable life for some of the poorest people in the entire world who have been stepped on and used and abused for their entire lives because they have been deaf. Deafness is not a cognitive impairment, and it's something that the Rotary team really experienced firsthand this week, meeting some of the most intelligent and passionate and brilliant leaders they will probably ever encounter. And these guys are in their 20s, 30s within the community, and they have just taken on a responsibility to advocate for themselves within a country that for generations has just pushed them down. So I want to thank you for joining us and for your support of the Roswell Rotary Club as well, and for your support of Fort Tim Bridge. We hope for a lot more support, and I know the team that was down this week is going to travel back to the United States with all kinds of stories of just the beautiful things they were able to experience this week, and we look forward to working with you, and again, any way that you can help support this beautiful, beautiful mission for 168 deaf families out here at the Levesque 500, which is being built for 500 families who were displaced by the earthquake in 2010. This is a new chance at life and something that is one of the most hopeful projects going on in Haiti at the moment.
Jim, you want me to hold your water this entire trip? Oh, President Dave, I'll hold your water. You like the cheese?
That's fine. Okay. I'm videotaping.
Uh-oh. What the lady meant to say?
Share the tears of 1,000 generations.